Welcome in everyone to our GSP Ace of the Day presented by DraftKings. As always, you can get in on the action by going to dkng.co/crackedopen. Day 11 of this French Open now upon us. Crazy to think how fast this play has flown by in Paris. Nevertheless, a couple of quarterfinal matches for us on the board in both men's and women's singles. Of course, there's also so many great matches going on across the tennis world. With that fact in mind, let's get to our selections for today's GSP Aces of the Day. Let's start in Paris, and there is one match that stands out above all else. Tsitsipas taking on Andre Rublev. It's a rematch of a Hamburg final that we actually saw on the opening Sunday of this French Open, so under 10 days ago, and obviously that match was a thriller, a 3-set battle. Rublev ultimately ended up winning, and I think we can expect the same in this one today. I think this is going to be a battle. Two players who are amongst the win leaders, not only during this 2020 season, but really over the past 15 months on tours. Both guys breaking through in many different fashions. For Rublev, obviously back-to-back quarterfinals. We all know what Tsitsipas has done, but it's worth remembering he was last year's year-end finals champion. This is going to be a battle, and so the main bet, of course, for us in this match, we're going to take the over 3.5 sets. I just don't see a world where either of these players win in straight sets. They're too competitive. They want this too badly. This is going to be a scrap fight, and so we're going to take the over 3.5 sets at minus 240. We're going to throw 5 on that to yield 210 in return, and that's not the biggest return on an investment, but the reason we're doing that is so we can throw those $2 on the underdog here in Andre Rublev plus 128. You throw 2 on him, you yield a little over 2 in return. I think he's going to win for the second straight week, and I know that's really difficult to do, but if you've watched Andre Rublev, it just looks different right now. He's going through that special breakthrough moment that so many of the game's greats ultimately have early in their careers, and I think Tsitsipas is already past that point, but I think Rublev is ascending right now to the top of the game. I think he wins this match and advances. So we're going to take the over 3.5 sets. That's going to cover our bets no matter what, but we're also going to throw an extra $2 on the underdog Rublev here, see if we can't get both bets to go our way. Of course, we've also got a funky parlay for you that involves not just a match in Paris, but some challenger action as well. We'll start with Petra Kvitova, who has not dropped a set on her way to these French Open quarterfinals. She takes on Laura Siegemund tomorrow, and of course that's going to be a battle, but if you just see the expression on Kvitova's face, the freedom she's playing with, and how much this moment means to her, I think she's our pick. I know there have been a lot of upsets, Podoroska, Swiatek, unseeded players in the top half of the draw, but I think balance is restored on the bottom half. I think we get an all-seeded semifinal between Kenin and Kvitova. Now, I'm not going to put any action on the Kenin match, but I'm going to throw Kvitova in a parlay with 2 challenger winners, Gianluca Majere, who threw us off a little bit of money when he knocked off Yannick Hanfmann. He is a comfortable favorite tomorrow. We're going to throw him in there, as well as Facundo Bagnis, who's coming off of a challenger title. He has his first round match at this week's challenger. I think he is going to take it as well. You parlay Kvitova, Bagnis, and Majere together, you end up with plus 116 odds. And you know what? We're going to be bold. A full unit on this one. $10 to yield a little bit over 10 in return. Those are our 3 picks. To recap, we're taking the money line, Rublev the underdog, plus 128. We're going to take the over 3.5 sets in Rublev, Tsitsipas minus 240, and then we have a Kvitova, Majere, and of course a fun Facundo Bagnis parlay to wrap up our selections. Of course, if you want to hear a recap of all of the action, not just in Paris, but across the tennis world, be sure to go check out our mini break podcast to see my thoughts on the rest of the day's matches. Be sure to go check out our picks in article form on our Cracked Racquets website. But for now, and as always, we hope you enjoy the matches, and may the odds be ever in your favor.